Falcon and the Winter Soldier, episode 2. Let's break it down. So The Falcon and the Winter Soldier is a show that I've been really enjoying. If you've been enjoying it and you like Marvel content, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. And also comment what was your favorite part of episode 2 of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. This episode picks up where the first episode left off, obviously. We have the new Captain America, who right now is very much hated by everybody, with kind of really good reasons, let's be honest. But John Walker is our new Captain America. He's a guy, he's a military veteran. He is basically a celebrity. He goes around, takes selfies with people, and he wants to be the best Captain America that he can be. He doesn't want to replace Steve Rogers. He wants to be his own Captain America. We get Bucky and Sam. They go off to Munich, Germany, trying to investigate the Flag Smashers. There's some really, really nice moments between these two characters. The chemistry between Bucky and Sam in this episode is off the charts. I love seeing these characters together. They really feel like a fleshed out duo that has really been battle scarred, and they really feel like they're two opposites of the same whole. And that to me, I think is really, really interesting, because these are characters that we've only ever known as almost Captain America's sidekicks. And so having them kind of be at the forefront where they both get to be taking over that position that Captain America left vacant, they have so much to prove to not only each other, but to themselves. And I think that is very fascinating to me, and I love that this episode really gets into it. So they're investigating the Flag Smashers. They come across the fact that the Flag Smashers, all of the Flag Smashers, are super soldiers. That's right. There's this awesome shot that I just absolutely loved, where they're running through an airplane hangar type of place, or even like a garage. These super soldiers are taking all of the medicine, or what they think is medicine, but I think it's serum. There's a shot where they're like running to try to catch up to them, and it's so cool because you got Bucky running, and then you got Sam on his right flying. It's so sick. We come to find out that the leader is this young girl, and their agenda is that they want life to be like what it was during the blimp, because they feel like the people who come back from the blimp are more protected than the people who were still around during the blimp, which is very interesting. It shows that some people really enjoyed life the way that Thanos envisioned. And so that's also kind of a scary thing. But the Flag Smashers, to me, don't feel like the true villains of this series quite yet. We still don't know a lot about them. And there are hints throughout this episode that we're going to see a lot more than just one villain. After they're running with the Flag Smashers, Captain America, that's right, John Walker, and his sidekick, which I forget his name, but it's really funny, Battlestar or something like that. It's Battlestar. It's funny. It's hilarious to me. I don't really know anything about Battlestar as a character, to be honest with you. And they are trying to work with Bucky and Sam, but Bucky and Sam are pushing back, obviously, because they still feel that resentment towards the new Captain America, John Walker, because, well, the shield was intended for Sam. There's a great moment where Bucky introduces Sam to this character named Isaiah, who is a super soldier just like Bucky. And he's older. He's been kind of shielded away from the world. Steve Rogers didn't even know who he was. And there's a great moment inside of his house where you can see that he resents Bucky, because it's because of Bucky that they turned him into a weapon, because every single soldier that they sent, Bucky had killed. So there's resentment there. I know a lot of Bucky stans are not happy about it, and they probably hate my opinion on it, but like, I totally understand where Isaiah is coming from. Although he says that Bucky cannot just wake up and change, I do get why you'd be upset about that, but like, I understand where he's coming from. I do understand where he's coming from. You got to understand, this guy went to prison for 30 years. Like, it's tough. It's tough. They end up getting into a run-in with Captain America again, who bails Bucky out of jail for missing his therapy. So then they have therapy together, which is a scene that was heavily marketed during the trailers. And there's a great moment where both of them are, just staring at each other, and they're really basically trying to communicate with one another for the first time. And you can tell that Bucky says this amazing line about how if Steve was wrong about what he thought about you, Sam, then that means he was wrong about what he thought about me. And that to me hit me to my core. That was a beautiful moment that I think was a little overshadowed. I really do. I think that was one of the highlights of this episode. And they realize that this new Captain America sucks, man. He's really all about himself. I think John Walker's in trouble. And then they're going to go to Zemo and talk to him in prison about these super soldiers because they're concerned that there's all these super soldiers now. This was a great episode. I absolutely love what they're doing with this show. I think to me it's better than anything WandaVision did. I know that that's not a popular opinion, but I just feel like this show has so much setup that's actually leading somewhere. That we're actually getting a little bit of those moments, those tender moments between Bucky and Sam, and we get to see their struggles. These are two characters that I've always loved, and I think that having them come together is very, very beneficial for the betterment of the MCU. I mean, these are the two characters that were the closest to Captain America, and it's great to be able to see that next chapter in Cap's story. It's like an epilogue in a way. I think that this episode also kind of gives us a little bit of clarity as to what is actually going on with the Flag Smashers. And I think all of the side plots that are happening, I think not all of them work right now for me, but I really am interested in seeing what happens with the drama that they're setting up between John Walker and Sam and Bucky, because that whole drama is very dynamic and it's going to lead to a lot of stuff happening at the end of this series and probably moving forward in the MCU, because I don't think John Walker's just a one-time character. I really think that he could be a very prevalent face in the MCU and potentially become a villain like a lot of people have speculated. Overall, this was a great episode. I really am enjoying what they're giving us with this show. I can't wait for next week, and it's great. It's sad that we only have 4 episodes left, but it's great that we get a show like this that feels cinematic in scope, and it actually feels like it's going somewhere as opposed to WandaVision, which just continued to let me down. Anyway, guys, those are my thoughts on this episode of The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. What did you guys think about it? All your comments, let me know down below in the comment section of this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It helped with the YouTube algorithm so we can kind of get these videos out more to the general public as we continue to grow this community. Guys, also consider subscribing to the channel if you're new, because we're going to be talking about this show every single week, as well as other MCU content and much, much more. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Goodbye.